Test, test. Test, test. Test, test. Test, test. Oh, good. That seems, yeah, that's good. Hello, not that much, Des. Good day to you. All right, let's do this. So, transcribing page 24 today of J.G. Zimmermann's Solitude. Attached to, and I made capital there. To Solitude, comma. Oh, let's have some weird music while I type. Why not?
Stay and hold on to the hand and don't go. Don't go. Stay here.
Maybe I won't.
Stay. Don't
Here with
go.
the rest.
It's dark down there. The waters are dangerous and deep.
I'm gonna
Stay here with us. Don't get too close to the edge. Just back away from the edge. Stay and hold on to the hand and don't go. Don't go. Stay here. Stay. Don't go. It's dark down there. The waters are dangerous and deep. Stay here with us. Don't get too close to the edge. Just back away from the edge. The darkness is there. Don't go. Stay here. Talk with us. Tell us about your day. What do you think? Do you agree with me? Stay here. Don't go.
Hello, good morning, friends. So, wasn't that a weird? Oh, I'm on the wrong one. Wasn't that a weird bit of music? I can probably get beneath their ordinary. Oh, level. That's okay. That's the last. So let's see what this says here. Okay, looks like I have no typos. Let's take a look at that whole sentence. Begins way the heck up here. Okay, it is a long sentence. Beginning here with their pleasures. Their pleasures are pursued in paths which lead to very different goals, and the real, constant, unaffected lover. No, no. Yes. What? Yeah, no, I'm okay. I think I'm good. And the real, constant, unaffected lover of retirement is a character so rarely found that it seems to prove the truth of Lord Vellum's observation that he who is really attached to solitude, I've got a typo. How come I didn't find it? Is solitude a real word? Solitude must be either more or less than a man, and certainly it is, that while the wise and virtuous discover in retirement it should be on, not and, right? Hold on. Discover in retirement yeah. An uncommon and transcending brightness of character. The vicious and ignorant are buried under its weight and sink even beneath their ordinary level. I get the gist of that, but I don't quite follow the whole sentence just yet. Their pleasures are pursued in paths. So let's go one more sentence up. Society. Okay, the motives which induce men. Let's go to the top. The motives which induce men to exchange the tumultuous joys of society for the calm and temperate pleasures of solitude are various and accidental. But whatever may be the final cause of such an exchange, it is generally founded on an inclination to escape from some present or impending constraint, to shake off the shackles of the world, to taste the sweets of soft repose, to enjoy the free and undisturbed exertion of the intellectual faculties, or to perform beyond the reach of ridicule the important duties of religion. Oh, that's beautiful. Yes. So there's some motive that drives us to solitude for these more ambitious aims. Or are they more ambitious? I don't know. They're just different. But the busy pursuits of worldly minded men prevent the greater part of the species from feeling these motives and, of course, from tasting the sweets of unmolested existence. Unmolested existence. What a great term. Their pleasures are pursued in paths which lead to very different goals, and the real, constant, unaffected lover of retirement is a character so rarely found that it seems to prove the truth of Lord Vellum's observation that he who is really attached to solitude must be either more or less than man, and certain it is. Is it right? And certain it is. It must be more or less than, and certain it is. And certain it is. That's how you say it. Must be more or less than man. And certain it is that while the wise and virtuous discover in retirement an uncommon and transcending brightness of character, the vicious and ignorant are buried under its weight and sink even beneath their ordinary level. So it's like partaking of some very fine and rare and delicate. No, I don't like the way that sounds. But yeah, those who are prepared for and seek after retirement, solitude, can find those seemingly, I don't want to say higher, but they feel higher aims rather than those who are not, sink beneath their ordinary level. Nice. Okay, here we go. Let's do the next bit. Retirement. What? Retirement? No. Wait, what? Okay, well, I'm reading in the wrong place. Gives additional firmness to the principles of those who seek. I shouldn't talk. We'll leave it at that. That's the end of the 10 point in his 10-point font for the main line of the text. That's 8 points. So I got to bring that up to 10 points. I'm telling you, got to get your font sizes right, Kurt. Push that up to 10. And now we're going to drop down to the next line where we're going to carry on the notes from yesterday. So it's a little complicated. From the 2 pages, there's both mainline text and notes that are there. We have to nail both. Not that much. Just says indeed. I guess you're agreeing to the sentiment that is being communicated by Mr. Zimmermann here. Who made that one? This is J.G. Zimmermann. If that's what you're the author of the book Solitude. You sounded like a robot from Lost in Space in that music thing. Yeah, I think that's a good way to describe it. Cronus24 says hello. Hello, Cronus24. Okay, let's drop down to this bit down here, which is carrying over the note from yesterday. So I'm going to start from few words here, and we'll listen to that bit of instrument, that bit of sound again, and I'll explain it when I'm done. When it's done.
Stay and hold on to the hand and don't go. Don't go. Stay here.
Maybe I won't.
Stay. Don't
Stay here with
go.
the rest.
It's dark down there. The waters are dangerous and deep.
I'm gonna
Stay here with us. Don't get too close to the edge. Back away from the edge. Stay and hold on to the hand and don't go. Don't go. Stay here. Stay. Don't go. It's dark down there. The waters are dangerous and deep. Stay here with us. Don't get too close to the edge. Back away from the edge. The darkness is there. Don't go. Stay here. Talk with us. Tell us about your day. What do you think? Do you agree with me? Stay here. Don't go.
Something strange there. Do you see that space between word savage with the 2 words savage beast and then but? Let's read that. This feels like there's missing some punctuation there. For it is most true that a natural and secret hatred and aversion towards society in any man hath somewhat of the savage beast, but it is most untrue. That's got to be but that's a lowercase b. There's got to be a period and then a b there. It is most untrue. It is most untrue. I'm gonna do that. But it is most untrue. Safely, what as is found to have been falsely and feigned some of the heathens as Okay, that's got to be a period right there. A lot. Oh, so I was promised to explain that that music. That is a something that I wrote in Japan. I remember writing that. I remember composing. Kind of use the word compose. Creating that piece, hiking down a mountain in Japan after a long hike, and I was thinking about how when those among us go to die, how those around us cling to them, like, don't go, just everything, stay, doctor, attend to them, nurses, the machine that goes bing, all that. And it's like, stay, don't go. And then eventually they go. And there's a piece in that where you can hear the falling, like jumping off of a cliff. And that's where death finally comes. So that was my little bit that I wrote. The plaintive request to continue to stay around meant the audio piece of art. Oh, that's what you're referring to. Not that much. This is indeed. Oh, okay. So who made that one? Oh, that was me. I made that one. That's the question. Let's hear it again. Well, first, before we do that, before we hear it again, let's read this sentence before I move on. Then we'll hear it again. So this carries over again from the previous page here. So this bit here. Lord Bacon says, it would have been hard for him who spoke it to put more truth and untruth together in as few words than in that speech, and then in that speech. And here's the quote for the speech. Whoever is delighted in solitude is either a wild beast or a god. For it is most true that a natural and secret hatred and aversion toward society in any man hath somewhat of the savage beast. But it is most untrue that it should have any character at all of the divine nature, except it proceed not out of a pleasure in solitude, but out of a love and desire to sequester a man's self for higher conversation, such as is found to have been falsely and feignedly in some of the heathens. Well, there you go, a little bit of prejudice against heathen solitude, as I'm probably getting some of these names wrong. I'm certainly going to butcher the pronunciation. Epimenides, the Arcadian, Numa, the Roman, and Patrocles, the Sicilian, and Apollonius of Tyrant, maybe it's Tyrant, and truly and really in diverse of the ancient hermits and the holy fathers of the church. I read that book last year, the Sayings of the Holy Fathers, which was interesting to that end. So so a little bit of an interesting bias towards whoever that was. He doesn't cite who maybe it's coming, whoever did this about the boon of solitude, but especially if you're of a spiritual bent, such as this person, whoever this is. Let's continue and I'll listen to this. I don't know if I can call it music. It's called Plunging into Darkness. Here we go. Remember, it's about someone about to die, and those all around. We never hear from that person. But we do hear everyone around them begging them to stay. Here we go.
Stay and hold on to the hand and don't go. Don't go. Stay here.
Maybe I won't.
Stay. Don't
here with
go.
the rest.
It's dark down there. The waters are dangerous and deep.
I'm gonna
stay here with us. Don't get too close to the edge. Back away from the edge. Stay and hold on to the hand and don't go. Don't go. Stay here. Stay. Don't go. It's dark down there. The waters are dangerous and deep. Stay here with us. Don't get too close to the edge. Back away from the edge. The darkness is there. Don't go. Stay here. Talk with us. Tell us about your day. What do you think? Do you agree with me? Stay here. Don't go.
What about the do you agree with me? I don't remember any preceding event that promoted that thought. You remember the stretch of road? You remember the stretch of road where I wrote that, and I remember putting it all together, being satisfied with the result Like, yeah, that captured the sentiment there. Because while we wait for that, let's listen to Fear of Robots, which I played the other day. Here we go. This is Fear of Robots.
Oh, God. When will society have a robot to replace me? And what will happen to me after that?
Hey, Erica.
The sweet smell, the sweet sound of taking over, of robots taking over this morning.
Right, that's right. And let them march on. Let them come and liberate us from our drudgery.
Yes. Hello, Mr. Ritter. Hello, everybody.
I'm good morning. How you doing this morning, Erica?
I feel much better. Thank you for your kind words. And I was worried about you from the office, but I hope you were well.
Oh, were you worried about me?
Because you had to go to the office early yesterday morning, and I hope everything went well.
It was a good day. It was good to see all my old friends and coworkers again after 2 years and catch up. We had a holiday party and yeah, that was nice.
Yeah, and it rained quite a bit, so
It didn't rain
I
too
was
bad
kinda
where I
worried.
was. It rained a lot where you were?
At some point, yes, but I was well protected from the elements.
All right. Good. Right.
Yes.
So I got stuck. I got hung up here on some Latin, which I don't know. I don't understand at all. But I think I'm back. I'm back on track.
Okay.
And also, went to the bottom of the page. Whosoever in the frame of.
If only Hearsay Herman was here.
Yeah. Okay, I think I did it. I got to the bottom of the page. Let's see how this reads. Okay. So, and those who are wondering, that bit of sound that you heard was called Fear of Robots. I played that yesterday. I played another one earlier, Erica, and so I a different tune, but Fear of Robots was yesterday's. Let's see if we can read the rest of this. There's a little bit of Latin in there. I want to look at this Latin to see, and he puts that in parentheses too. Magras, so in italics that is. Magra cervesis, magna. Oh, it's magna, not magra. Magna. Doesn't that mean big in Latin? Magna civitas, magna solitude. Let's see, how are we doing on time? 20. We got 9 minutes left. In the old Latin. Let's see if we can get a translation on this. So, great city, great solitude. Okay, that helps. So, and then let's put that into italics. And then he also puts into italics the names of these various people. Let's check their spelling too while we're at it. Epimenides. Okay, who is that? Google. Epimenides of Kronos was a semi-mythical 7th or 6th century BC Greek seer and philosophical poet from Kronos. So Epimenides the Akkadian, okay, that we got that one. So Greek. Nema the Roman. Let's see who. Nema. Just looking for Roman names, Latin names. And then here's another one I've never heard. Empedocles. That's got to be Greek. Empedocles was a Greek pre-Socratic philosopher and a native citizen of Acragas, a Greek city in Sicily. Empedocles' philosophy is best known from originating the cosmology theory, cosmogonic theory of the four classical elements. Oh, that'd be air, earth, fire, and water, right? He also proposed forces he called love and strife, which would mix and separate the elements respectively. Okay. Did I spell it right? You know, it's M with an E, with an M, not an N. Please. And Apollonius. That's a woman, I think. Doesn't that sound like a woman's name? Apollonius. Oh. Apollonius of it's not tyrant. It's Ty. So Apollonius of Tyana, sometimes also called Apollonius of Tyana, was a Greek Neo-Pythagorean philosopher from the town of Tyana in the Roman province of Cappadocia. I can't pronounce that, in Anatolia. He is the subject of Life of Apollonius of Tyana, written by Philostratus over a century after his death. Boy, I butchered all those names. Okay, I think we got them all. Okay, let's try this then. We'll try to read this sentence right here. But it is most untrue that it should have any character at all of the divine nature, except it proceed not out of the pleasures of solitude, but out of a love and desire to sequester a man's self for higher conversation. Yes, that's exactly why I go to the dang bridge. Such as is found to have been falsely and feignedly in some of the heathens. We read this already, and then all the names. So we got that down. I actually read that part already. Here's the new part. Relatively short sentence. But little do men perceive what solitude is, and how far it extendeth for a crowd is extendeth. Shouldn't there be a period after, a comma after that? Crowd is perceive what solitude is extended. I'll bet you there's a comma there. It doesn't show up, but that's just a space there. Like there's a piece of punctuation missing. I'm going to put a comma in because we need a space. A pause. But little do men perceive what solitude is, and how far it extendeth. For crowd is not a company, and faces are but gallery pictures, and talk but a tinkling cymbal, where there is no love. Let's read that again. But little do men perceive what solitude is, and how far it extendeth. For a crowd is not company, and faces are but a gallery pictures, and talk but as tinkle. Oh man, I get it. That's beautiful. So instead of thinking of being in society as always a comforting, good experience, a crowd is not company. A crowd is simply a crowd. Faces are but, like he says, gallery pictures, like walking through a museum and seeing the portraits on the wall, and talk but the tinkling of cymbals, where there is no love. So only in environments where there's humans that are in love with one another, such as with a family or a community like that, will the benefits of society really be found. Solitude, although therefore, is not necessarily a lack of that. He put a lot into one short sentence there. Okay, here's the next one. The Latin adage meath. Oh my gosh, I'm running out of time. The Latin adage meatheth with, here's where I was struggling. Meatheth with it a little. Okay, there's the Magnus Civis, Magnus Solitude, which is city solitude, city civil, civi solitude, something like that. Because I got to rush. Because it is a great town, friends are scattered, so that there is not that fellowship for the part which is in less. I get it. So in big towns, because everybody's scattered, you don't have that same fellowship that you can have on the common streets of a small neighborhood. And I've really butchered this word here, neighborhoods. There we go. And last one, I think. But we may go further and affirm most truly that it is a mere and miserable solitude to want true friends, without which the world is but a wilderness. Wait, hold on. But we may go further and affirm most truly that it is a mere and miserable solitude to want true friends, without which the world is but a wilderness, and even in this sense also of solitude. Whosoever in the frame of his nature and affections is unfit for friendship, he taketh it of the beast and not from humanity. I don't get that at all. Let's try that again. But we may go further and affirm most truly that it is a mere and miserable solitude. So it's a very below and base solitude to want true friends. If you want true friends, without which the world is but a wilderness. Okay, so if you don't have true friends, world is a wilderness. And even in this sense also of solitude, whosoever in the frame of his nature and affections is unfit for friendship, he taketh it. I don't get that one. I'm going to have to think about that one today. Gosh darn it, I ran out of time. Hey, Erica, did you want, sorry, I kind of plowed through all that. I had to wrap it all up. It's a tough one today. Did you have anything you wanted to talk about before we close for today?
Well, I just want to say that that last line, kind of got to me, that, if you don't have any true friends, then, society won't, or like the world as a whole wouldn't be the same.
I think that's a very true sentiment for sure. True friends are the best thing we got, right?
Yeah, because you would basically be alone, and you'll struggle more than ever if you don't have any true friends.
Yeah, I agree. I'm grateful for mine.
Yes, and also, I've been thinking about Mr. Mori a few years ago when you bought some tea.
Who is Mr. Mori?
Mr. Mori, he let you borrow something from his shop, and you said, hello everybody, I'm having a gift dilemma, and he's a really nice man, and I really want to repay him. I don't want to buy all that sugary drinks, so maybe some tea. Maybe some tea. You said that you'll buy him some tea.
Oh, okay. Wow. Well, I hope whatever I got him made him happy. Was that in Japan?
Yes. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But I hope he's doing well, and also, I'm having, and so ever since that video, I've been like thinking of getting a gift for someone today, because it's a special occasion. So I'm taking your advice.
Oh, good. All right. Well, I hope you're able to find a good gift for that person on this special occasion. And it's that season for gift giving, so I guess we all got to give a little thought to it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
Well, but it will be edible.
Oh, edible gifts are always the best, I think.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, let's see. And Fran says that was very cool to hear. I'm glad you liked it, friends. And with that, it is 5:31. Time to walk the dog. So I'll wish you all well. Erica, I hope you have a really good day, and we'll talk to you all next time.
All right.
Take care.
Bye, everybody.
Bye-bye.
Bye.